To a back left pin. Not from Cotton easy for her.
Great approach, and you would, to be fair, I almost gave her that. She's that good from that distance. What a great
leads, and I think it was 8 out of the last 9.
Certainly those numbers are correct, Tim, but that ball will remain above ground.
Yes, well, she said to Tim earlier today, Corpers. So we've got to go with, obviously, the girl that knows her name the best. As this goes in for par, there's a little question about it, is there?
Solid. It's not as close as the previous 3 holes.
Further away than Nellie's, it's the easier putt to manage, less of a downhill slope to be worried about.
Not the best read, though, for Ko.
Yeah, it's what you practice for. That's the whole point, you know, to be in this type of situation.
Tap on the right-hand side and turn one over.
That is absolutely pure. Down there with Nelly.
Yeah, absolutely, Trish. And if she took that same line and, got a hot kick, she could be in the back part of that further bunker and have a real nasty bunker shot. So doing the right thing here, laying up. But certainly game on.
Well, Nellie's on the green in 2, staring at an eagle putt. She trails by 1. Jin-Young Ko is going to try and get her birdie this way, up and down. Not far to go, Tim.
No, just 78 yards, Cade, and she's got a good mental picture of what to do after watching Corpus stick one in there close. This one coming in a little bit hotter, needs to back up a bit.
It did. Once again, her iron play has been simply exquisite this week.
Her average
from the right inside.
And attack it she does. They drew level momentarily for about 2 minutes. And then Ko back out in front on the right-hand side.
Well, much flatter ball flight for Jin-Young Ko, but missed the memo on hitting the fairway there. But the lie looks okay. Yeah.
Well, she was never going to do that. Too experienced to fall for that particular problem.
But to navigate downhill to start, but really slow at the end towards the hole, coming back up and moving from her right. Well, that one's not stone dead.
She was gifted a little bit there. One
trouble on the far left.
Yeah, Tim, I kind of think that's a bit of a shame. I think this hole is all about, the second shot. If no one can get up, then it's a kind of nothing.
I see plenty of jeopardy even with the layup on this second shot. It's not done till the ball's safely on the short stuff. That one looks like it's fine.
Yeah, Jin-Young Ko didn't look too troubled by bit of a wide from that distance, really.
Yeah, just slightly downhill. Should move a little bit from her left to right.
Yeah, sensational stuff. Sticks to her game plan.
Well, there was a quizzical look from Daniel Kang as this group walked past the 11th tee onto the 9th, as if to say, wait a minute, aren't we in the penultimate group? Why are you 2 holes back? But that's fine for Jin-Young Ko.
Twirl of the club, center of the green, and it will release a fraction more.
Section of the green today, so you want to try and keep this down the right half of the fairway. Here for Jin-Young Ko, she's in an old sand-filled divot in this right rough from 156.
see, didn't really have control.
And look at the fist pump. Look how much that meant to her.
3 birdies in the last 4. To 11 tee.
Yeah, not good enough to just hit this fairway on 11 today. Got to be in the left half of it with the right pin position, and I think that's nigh on perfect for your championship leader. Play 20 feet left, pin high. You take that all day. Probably one of the slowest putts you can leave yourself at Tanjung.
Hey. It's the first dropped shot.
Don't expect this one to threaten that same line as Nelly's. Got a good smooth swing from Jin Young.
It's a green hit and it's rolling back towards the back.
This one's going to move from her right.
A 4 it is for Ko. $1 prize. It's an interesting. That's all she has to do. It is a par 5 and that's a terrific shot from Ko. And the pressure is firm. Holds its line. It's another birdie on the par 5. And what a time to strike.
14 tee.
Imperative to find the fairway here with a pin cut dangerously close to the right-hand side, but this one's drifting left.
It's absolutely fine. Maybe hoping it was
A long shot to lift the championship in about an hour's time. Head to Nelly's, but she can get this one up in the air if she wants to. And this is a pretty towering looking shot from Jin Young. Well, there's your answer, TJ. Yes, she can.
She holed 2 excellent putts on 10 and 13 of that similar length.
16th.
Yeah, so very sensible, really is just.
Well, the fairway does pinch in a little bit around 110 yards from the green, but this is straight down the pipe for Jin Young.
Doing what she does. And what she does very well, Jin Young Ko.
And the other two to this front left pin. Breeze off the left.
Just saying, she's further back than I.
Coming back to this length putt after a weather delay.
So much adjustment has to be.
When they were last out there.
So Ko's in for a 5.
A 3-shot lead into the 18th. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Well,
Jin Young Ko.
Well, this one heading up the left-hand side, but there is room there. That's not disastrous. I bet you she's glad she's got that 3-shot lead now. Anything on the putting surface, and we can start carving her name on the trophy.
One final swing of that golf club is going to be in.
From the left, coming back up the hill at the end.
Well, almost
for her here on the final day. But we have our first ever title defence in 15 years here in Singapore. Jin Young Ko goes back to back at the HSBC Women's World Championship. What has happened though in the last 12 months is all flooding through her now. It's an emotional victory and it is her 14th on the LPGA Tour.
Yeah, and her caddy there just consoling her. That's probably the last thing she needs at this stage of the game is water poured all over her. However, she really just needs to take all this in, soak it up, because this is how much it means to these players.
네, LPGA 코리아 유튜브 채널이 오픈을 했는데요. 많은 분들의 관심과 응원 부탁드리고요. 구독과 좋아요 꼭 눌러주세요.